Hello there! Last time we came to Anfield, we got royally embarrassed. This time, we lose again, but somehow it feels very different because what comes on later in this episode just changes everything. So the fact that we lose 1-0 to Liverpool in the fifth round of the FA Cup again doesn't really matter in the bigger picture. Although we did give them a good game, proud of the gentleman on the pitch. It wasn't to be, but we move on. We move on because, like I say, these games that come up now are the ones that are the most important to us. And we started off against this month against Middlesbrough, a very good side, and as you can see, Burstow setting us off in the right direction with an early 1-goal lead. And it's not a matter of who can chase us now, it's just literally inevitable, like my last episode was saying. It's when do we get promoted? Because the very least we're into the playoffs, but we're not finished there yet. We've still got a lot of games to play for the rest of the season. There was supposed to be 4 games in the championship here to show you this month, but the Bournemouth game got rescheduled because guess what? International breaks yet again, and their side was heavily impacted. So I did the right thing and accepted a delay on their behalf. It was I thought it'd be nice of us, you know. Plus, we had a few players that are getting picked as well anyway, so it'd be good to make sure I've got all my players here as well, so that we can beat them. But as you can see, 2-0 up against the Middlesbrough side, and we're just playing absolutely beautiful football at this point. Teams all maximum like harmonisation. No one's unhappy, I hope, he says. But no, I'm really proud with what these guys have done. I feel like we did the right thing in the summer and bringing in the correct people, and then again in January where we lost a few of the loans, managed to bring in a good few loanees that can come in and replace a few people as well. So I feel all in all my scouting has been really good, and my transfer my transfer policy, as you will, has been good as well. So 3-0 win against Middlesbrough. Again, totally one-sided in terms of how many shots, possession, all the stats that they're showing there on the screen, and that makes me one very happy person. Next was Hull. Hull are a surprise, like late team that just come out of nowhere, because West Brom and Cardiff were early birds in being the teams chasing us, but Cardiff dropped off like a rock. They just fell off the face of the earth, came down the table as hard as you will. West Brom relatively stable, stayed around second, third, and then Hull just found form out of nowhere, and then they find themselves now in second place, chasing us, and Bristol City was the other team. So I feel like we needed to help our fellow 12th placed team out, those that have been in the championship just as long as we have. So I did try and help as much as I can, and we were 2-0 up to the good at 30 minutes against the second, third place Hull. And I'm glad to say we did help our fellow Bristolians out by beating Hull and keeping them in the game, because it just didn't feel right to be promoted without Bristol in the league with us, or somewhere there. I feel we need to be in the same league, because we've both served so long in the championship, or it feels like you've both been in the same league for quite a number of years now. So something doesn't feel right there if one of us was to leave. And I think then a win against Hull also meant that we achieve automatic promotion just because of the sheer number of games left in the season. So it was a must-win for us because automatic promotion means that we can start planning for next season. And as you can see, it was going good. Then Hull pulled a goal back, but it wasn't to be. So Pete Harris again and McDonnell linking up very nicely. And like I say, Miles Pete Harris has had a stormer of form lately, and I think he's probably one of the main reasons why we've had such good run towards the end of the season. And with that win at Hull, we are automatically promoted. So that was a really good sense of relief achievement. We managed to get ourselves promoted no matter what. But I don't want to stop there either. I want to win. I want to win the championship. I want to get us a trophy. Get my first trophy for this save. So next up was against Birmingham side, who are towards the bottom of the table. But not to take it lightheartedly though either, because these guys are fighting for not to be relegated. Sorry, so they've got something to get out of this game as well. So we can't take them for granted. And I think the team played absolutely great, and this was a home game as well. So the home advantage and a lovely goal from Burstow. Don't know what Steele was doing there, but we'll take it. Small setting up Burstow for a lovely goal. I don't think they stopped there either. Again, this is one of the games with a high score for us. Again, it's been such a thing for us this season where we've scored loads and conceded little, and I think that's why we find ourselves at the right side of the table and looking to go to the Premier League next season. So my head is going to be at what I was discussing in the last episode. What do I do in terms of transfers? Because I want to make sure I bring in the right players, because this is the transition is where I find it a bit difficult. I want to make sure I'm not bringing in people that aren't equipped for the Premier League, and that means having a look at the team as well, reviewing the current team. They've done so well to get us that promotion, but at the same time, I don't want to be carrying players that I just don't think are going to cut it. And with a bit of now that we've been promoted, there's like a boost to their the value, so I got to be careful there as well, because I want to make sure they're attractive but not too out of price, pricing teams out either. So that'd be a little thing to have a look at as well for the summer. But I am so happy, so happy. We've got it on the second time of asking after the playoff heartbreak, and we don't have to do any of that cruel playoff malarkey this season. So again, now it's having a look at what I can do with this squad, who I can bring in to strengthen. The budgets were quite kind as well. I think we were granted 28 million, which I doubled our wage budget, because the wage budget for this season has been around the 325 mark. So I think I'm going to double that, try and see what I can do in terms of adjusting the budgets, because I think you've got to have a look at your wage structure and make sure that you can attract some of the better players as well. And no doubt some of these players will be thinking, I've had a really good season, so I need some more money, which again is a difficult little balance to do, but it shouldn't be out of our reach at all. I think normally when I go to the Premier League, I allow for 30 to 40 grand in terms of important players, nothing more than that, and then squad players I keep under that, and I try and keep a good wage structure as well, so it doesn't go too silly, because sometimes it can get out of control. So as we have a look again, a recap, we lost against Liverpool, but I don't care anymore. We are promoted, and then with the win at Birmingham, we are crowned champions. I am really sorry that I didn't get to show you. It came up into the game, and I panicked because I wasn't recording the game, so I've missed our celebration with the trophy, so I do apologise. I am so sorry. And then we had a friendly against Borussia Dortmund, and we beat them 5-0 as well. Not playing their strongest team, but a win against Borussia Dortmund, so I'll take that as well. continue in our ways. So now we've got Sunderland, Bournemouth, Millwall, Reading, Watford and Wrexham. Nothing in it for us, but I would like to try and break the 100-point mark. We've got a chance here to, I think it's Reading's record, was it? Where they had over 100 points, 110 points, was it 107? One of the two. And we got 6 games left, and I think we could get that. Now that we're champions, I reckon we can get that. That will be our next aim. So there is something for us out of these remaining games, but I'm very, very happy that we've been promoted, and like I say, Bristol City, Hull chasing us there as well. And towards the bottom, Portsmouth, unfortunately, look away, Portsmouth fans, you've been relegated. Wolves are in the danger zone, and so are Blackburn. So it'll be interesting to see out of those remaining games who actually gets relegated as well. Because if it's Wolves, we might be able to poach some really good Premier League players. I say Premier League players, they've been relegated twice now, so if they're still good, we'll try and pick them up. And just to not to confirm, just to show you, I've already spent some of that budget that we've been allocated. So we got 30.5 million. I've spent 19.5 and I've still got around 8.5 million. So I'm gonna go show who I've signed already. So I looked at Charlie Hughes at Hull because he was scouted, and he's a 23-year-old defender. I recognise him from a previous save when he was at Wigan on FM24. Real good quality defender, so I think he's going to be a starter for us because he's had a good season at Hull. And then I've also got, show you here, Jaden Philogene, if I've murdered his name, a very good winger from Ipswich, because Ipswich aren't going anywhere. He's on a high wage, but I've lowered that. But he can play on either wing. He's going to be great, versatile, fast-paced winger, still at 25 as well. So happy with those 2 signings. More to go, but they're the early ones that I've done so far. So like I say, we've got some players that I'll probably need to have a look at keeping, renewing their contracts, and then obviously some players are going to have to go because they're just not that good. Ben Nink, I'm going to loan out. Marcel Bayfus, I think he'll be a good backup option now that we've got Charlie Hughes coming in. Lewis Gibson, very good left-footed defender, so he could be starter depending on who else I can grab. Thierry Small, very good again, so he'll be a left-back option. Louis Leroux, absolutely brilliant. A few games for us since January, so he's going to be staying. Mats Hansen, I'm going to keep him as well. Miles Harris has had a good end of the season, so I think he'll be a good backup option at the very least. And I'm going to see if I can keep him as well. Ollie O'Neill, again, starter or a backup option. He's staying in the team because he's been absolutely phenomenal. And I'm going to try and get Duberry. I think I'm going to try. He's 17 million, but I think that's because we've been promoted, so if I can get him for less, that'd be great. And then Mason Burstow, he's going to be staying as well because he's a very good player, so I'll probably have a look to offload Junior, keep Kabar because he's a very good player, and then have a look maybe if someone's interested in Hamada. I don't think I want to take him into the Premier League. Kennedy Okpala has had a good season, but he's not Premier League quality, so I'm going to have to offload him. Joe Welsh probably stay as a backup keeper. Ali McCann, great Preston player, but unfortunately he's run his course, and so has Militin Osmajic. Should get a tiny bit of sum of money from them both, which will help invest into future talent for us. And then Patrick Utro, I'm going to have a look at loaning out because he'll be good. He'll be good in the lower leagues, and he's got potential still. And Jamie McDonnell, very good in defensive midfield for us, so he will make the team as well. And the loanees, I think, they've done as good, but I'll look to have a look at some of the loanees for next season, depending on where everybody finishes. So it's exciting. A summer that's going to be busy. So thank you for watching. Take care. See you next time. Stay cheeky.